Hello everyone, this is MJ and I hope you all are doing great. Welcome back on MCode channel where we can learn about the software testing, coding, frameworks and AI. In our previous video, we have learned about unit testing which is the type of functional testing. So if you haven't watched it yet, don't worry, watch this video. I have provided link in the description. And if you are new in this channel, so please like the videos, share the videos with your friends, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you will get a notification from the Code channel. All right, so let's get started with the today's topic. Today's topic is integration testing. So integration testing means testing how different modules or component of the system works together after unit testing is done. Integration testing performed after the unit testing done by the developers. So here we can check each module may works fine individually, but when connected that there might be some fail chances or communication chance failure chances or exchange data mm, failure chances. So these things we can do as part of the integration testing. There are different goals of integration testing. Like here we can just verify the module interact correctly with each other. Then we can find the interfaces defect like data mismatch, incorrect cells. Here we can make sure the combined functionality working together or not. If there any kind of failure comes when the any combined functionality we are performing together. So let's understand with an example. Let's assume we'll have one online shopping app. In that we have three modules. One is login modules, another one is product search modules, and third one is payment modules. So each modules works fine alone. That testing we can done as part of the unit testing. But where we connected all the modules together, like suppose you logged in, search for the product, buy it, make the payment. So these are the flow. And the in the flow we have login, search product, buy it, and make payment. These are the four different modules. So integration testing ensures all the three or four modules work together smoothly and data flow is going correctly in between them. That is validate that kind of validation we can done as part of the integration testing. Now why integration testing is needed? Using the integration testing we can detect the issue in the data flow between the components. Second one is ensure the combined modules produce expected outcome. Third one is find the defect early before the full system testing and reduce the rework and post release issues. See, inside that, we can detect the issue between the modules. We can ensure the combined module product expected outcomes. Suppose we have combined two modules, what would be the expected outcome from the couple of modules? Then we can find the defects using the integration testing between the modules. After the integration testing, our application went for the system testing. So here also we can reduce the rework and post-release issue as well. Now, by whom integration testing will be performed? Mostly QA testers are the doing the integration testing, but we can take help of developers as well, and developers and testers can test it together as well. So types of integration testing will have different types of integration testing. One of them is big bag integration testing. So big bang integration testing means all modules are combined at once and their whole system is tested together. Used for small kind of applications and harder to find where the defect lies of something fails. So this is the big bang test integration testing means all the suppose in our application three or four modules, all modules we can test it combinedly. So that is the integration testing and type is a big bang. Now, let's understand with an example. In a simple calculator app, all the operations like add, subtract, multiply, divide, that all operation we can test it together. So that is the big bang testing. Here pros and cons. Like pros is fast for the small project. This is the advantage. And disadvantage like difficult to debugging for the large projects. Another type is top down integration testing. In the top down integration testing, testing starts from the top level module, which is main module, and moves to the downward. Here stub. Stub is used to simulate lower level modules that aren't ready yet. Let's understand with an example. Suppose in our banking system, we can test the account overview module, which is the top module we can assume. We but our transaction detail is the lower module. Account where overview is the top module. Transaction details is the lower module. Our account overview module is ready, but our transaction details is not yet ready or not yet deployed. So only account overview testing we want to do. So top level module testing we can do, but we don't care about the transaction level details module. So that is nothing but top down integration testing. We can go for the account overview and then we can go for the below, then go for the below, then go for the below. So we can go for the top to bottom or top to down. That is called the top down integration testing. Here advantage is early testing is possible and early testing of high level logic is possible. And disadvantage is like lower level models gets tested later. Now third is bottom to up. Here we have seen top to down. Here we can see bottom to up integration testing. Here we can start testing for the lower level modules, which is individual component and move to the upward. Here we can use drivers. Drivers are used to simulate the higher level models. Let's understand with an example. So in our ATM system, we can test the pin verification and balance check modules first before the testing the overall cash withdrawal. So this is the example. We have taken ATM example here. The advantage is easier to test foundational component early and disadvantage is top level functionality tested late or later. So this is the bottom to up integration testing. Now last one is sandwich or hybrid integration testing. So it is the combination of top down and bottom to up approaches. Here we can test the middle layer and let's understand with an example. We can take the e-commerce application. We can test the product catalog, which is the middle layer, with the both UI top and database is the bottom modules. Here, the advantage is balanced, efficient, and approach. The disadvantage like complex setup we need. Suppose we have to test some UI, then we can do the UI automation, and we need to check the database. Then we can write the database queries. But for testing of the middle layer, which is the e-commerce product catalog, for that we need to do the UI automation and some database query, and then we can check the middle layer. So that time we need some complex setup. This is the uh, disadvantage we'll have in the sandwich or hybrid integration testing. Now we can take the real world example, some banking app application. So there we have login modules, account balance, and fund transfer. These are the three different modules or services. So what kind of integration test scenario will be? Login with valid user credential, receive the auth token. That token we can use for the fetch account balance and then transfer money to the another account. Then we can check if the both account balance update correctly or not. So these are the flow level testing we can done with the different module using the integration testing. Here we can perform the login module testing. Here we can use the token. Here we have performed money transfer with the another account, and we have here also we can check the account balance. So If any data doesn't flow properly, suppose invalid token, wrong balance or update, that time integration test will be failed. So these are the integration testing. Now some common integration defects like incorrect data mapping between the modules, then interface mismatch like API fields names. There might be different fields name in the API or missing or incorrect error handling. We have handled the incorrect errors while the error handling. Failed message passing between the services. If suppose any service got failed, then messaging system is not working properly, so we are not getting properly messages. Communication failures, like if suppose we have different modules, so there obviously there we will have different APIs. So that the APIs is not communicating with each other properly. So that time there might be issue like network issue or configuration issue. So these are the common integration defects. Another one is advantages of integration testing. It detects the communication and data flow errors early. That is the first advantage. It also ensures that end-to-end business scenarios works. Third one, it reduces the production bugs. Fourth one, improve the overall system stability. And last one is build confidence before the full system testing. Integration testing performed before the system testing. So after the integration testing, our application will went for the system testing. That time we can check all the functionality of the application from starting to end with the all the validation rule or all the validation criteria. So that time there might be chances to of less defect just because of the integration testing happen before the system testing. So now we can just see the challenges in the integration testing. So here some challenges like test environment setup can be complex. We have seen sandwich testing, right? So sandwich integration testing, there we need some setup required. So that might be some complex setup. Some modules may not be ready yet. So suppose we have testing the application, their login functionality is ready, but our product adding functionality or search product functionality is not yet ready. So this kind of issue requires test data synchronization. So we need test data synchronization means like we cannot wait for the another service. We can like we need to wait for the another service until and unless that service all the data will be there. If data is not there, we need to wait. So this is the one challenge. Harder to debug because multiple modules are involved. Suppose we are doing testing with multiple modules, so that time debugging this kind of error resolve uh, work will be little bit complex or hard, we can say. Now, the best practice to perform the integration testing is we can use stubs or drivers effectively when models are incomplete. Then also we can automate API level test using Postman or SOAP UI. This SOAP UI and Postman is the tools for the API level testing. Then we can validate a request and response structure carefully. Then we can maintain a clear integration test plan. And second last one is always we can do the positive and negative scenario testing against the application. We can keep the environment configuration consistent. So these are the things related with the integration testing. I have covered all things about the integration testing. So that's it for today's session. I hope you enjoyed learning about the integration testing and you found it useful. So if you like this video, please hit like button and share it with your friends and also subscribe to Mcode for the more videos on the software testing, coding and development. So keep learning, keep coding. I'll see in the next video with the different type of functional testing which is the system testing. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.